What up, guys? It's your boy Infamous, but you can call me MP Bullet. Welcome and welcome back. Alright, remember when I did my review on, what was it, the new remake Proud Family with the colorism and the Juneteenth episode? Since I've been wanting to do this review for a good minute. In the remake, they made an episode where BB is diagnosed with autism, and as someone with autism, I thought I might as well review this and give my own personal take on this. Like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram. Check me out on DeviantArt. Everything is linked down below. Okay, in the first part of the episode started with a protest at the animal zoo, with Vanessa Vu, the reporter chick, pretty much reporting that all the animals are pretty much unified to help each other out to protest against Oscar Proud, pretty much putting the snacks in the zoo and stuff, and the zoo animals are eating it. And I know that the whole thing was ran by a talking bear. The protest was run by a bear, and because of that, pretty much Oscar is being investigating. They kind of had Oscar being investigated and stuff. Well, they're gonna have Oscar investigated for I don't know, his proud stats. What the heck you be putting in there? Even animals don't like his stuff. And because of that, he kind of had to let Peebo and Mr. Chips go. And that's pretty much the end of that part. Trudy kind of had a thing to go to at the at the zoo. Well, she had a little emergency at the zoo. She kind of hired Peebo and Mr. Chips after Oscar fired them. Oscar found out he's not really happy about it. They kind of went back and forth. Trudy and Oscar kind of went back and forth with it. And let's see. Penny was on her way to go to the museum, but Oscar stopped her and told her to drop BB and Cece and pick them up from school. She kind of Penny was a little mad about it. Trudy said, "It's the least you can do." Penny was whispering, and she was like, "What was that?" And they all went to the museum. Well, yeah, crap. Then Igloo showed up. Then what was it? Well, BB kind of ran away for a minute. He kind of got stopped by Igloo a little bit. Penny, BB, and Cece went to the museum. Penny, meaning BB and Cece, meet up with Penny's crew. And DJ points out, DJ and Michael pointed out that, hey, again, you're stuck with them again? I mean, Michael's like, hold on, these are not your kids. Maya points out the fact that she got right to the thing. And this is the funny part of the whole thing. And I quote, I have two black parents. I don't have any rights. Okay, that part was a little funny. Anywho, pretty much, DJ kind of points out that she had a brother named Basil, and Penny has a little flashback, which is a good callback to the original series. But Penny's like, you know what? Skip it, guys. Just go without me. But Kareem says, you know what? Just bring BB and Cece with us. They made it to the museum, and pretty much they forgot where the crew went. And they were wondering, Kareem pointed out that, hey, we can go to mini sub, and also, they were planning to put BB and CC inside the nursery, inside the museum, but while they were giggling and all that stuff, BB went missing, Penny was freaking out. They dropped CC at the nursery, and Penny went on a little goose chase, and all that. We get at least we finally get to ask that question. Ever since the cover of the episode, are Myron and, let's see, Zoe are a couple thing. Penny kind of was interrupted a kiss between them, and they were in some sort of Marvel comic exhibit. I don't know what it was, but all I know was it's a Marvel reference, I guess. And she pretty much was she went to the mini sub to find Michael and the other guy. I forgot what his name is. Then she went to space with DJ and Darius. And last but not least, I think she got teleported to some sort of virtual cyberspace with Maya and Billy. Okay, yeah. I mean, it was crazy though. Then BB BB was up on the plane thing. Kareem trying to get him down, but the plane thing kind of breaks, and Kareem kind of fell. But BB kind of was flying the plane out out of the museum. But he ended up showing up right behind him, on top of some sort of ledge, and he fell, and Kareem kind of caught him. BB kind of just was laughing and giggling like he was just having fun. Okay, at the house, pretty much Judy and Oscar pretty much getting at it. Oscar would not let go of the fact that people and Mr. Chips are working for her. He's trying to get them back, and he kind of like was like serving Trudy, as in like legally serving her, because like he said it was poaching because like before she came along and everything else, they were having two bags of chips and everything else. Anywho, Penny came in the house completely wrecked. Can't blame her. But she pretty much was like trying to like try to sugar it off and say, "Hey, I'm good. I'm still good." And well, the Trudy asked Penny to pretty much watch PB and CC again, and she was like, "Okay, fine. I'm gonna tell you the truth. It sucks." She was like telling them like all the crazy stuff that was happening, and we found BB. What was it? BB what was it? Trudy noticed that BB was missing, and that Penny was screaming like, "Not again!" And knowing that Penny think that we're trying to figure out like where BB is, and they found all of them found BB on the roof of the house, and Oscar kind of had to get her down, like get him down in the most funniest way possible. But they managed to get BB down though. And know that Oscar kind of fell off the house, kind of broke his arm, but BB kind of like relocated his arm, I guess again. And what was it? Okay, the family pretty much went to Dr. Payne to like examine BB, like what's going on, what's happening. Dr. Payne was examining him, and BB was kind of having fun with this. He kind of was torturing him a little bit in a funny way, and Dr. Payne kind of like told them that hey, unless this kid's a Black Adam, I think I know a specialist, and he kind of gave him a card to a child psychologist named Dr. Lord, and pretty much took him to well, the family took BB to Dr. Lord, gave both, not just BB, but CC a diagnosis too. CC is perfectly fine. It's just BB has autism, and Oscar was not like processing the whole thing well. He did not take it well. He was like being a little defensive and a little aggressive about the whole thing, and he was like, "Look, there's no wrong with my son. He's just rambunctious. That's just pretty much it." And over that, Dr. Lord mentioned something about like her running a school for him, and obviously Oscar's not having it, like not one little bit. Trudy was trying to tell Oscar, hey, look, whether you accept it or not, our kid's autistic and we really need help with him. And then there was some crazy shenanigans. And over that, the wizard was pretty much like doing an inspection, I guess a food inspection on his factory place. People and Mr. Chips, they had no choice to help him because I don't know, something about some food junction, whatever court junction, whatever it is. I don't know. He got them to legally help him again, and over that, Oscar kind of like took BB and CC with him, but he had like had BB strapped to like some sort of like harness thing, and told BB to keep on watching him. What the heck is that gonna do? Anywho, crazy shenanigans. Pretty much the factory blew up. Oscar got a bad grade, and he was like, "Alright, fine. I'll put BB in that stupid school." Then we got to the school part, and in the end, before the family even left though, well, after the family left a little bit, said that, "Hey, BB, be good, behave yourself, and all that stuff." Before Penny even closed the door, and more like after Penny like left, before the family even left, it turns out that all the kids got powers, even BB. Well, BB seems to fly. And that's pretty much the end of the episode. Okay, what do you think about the episode? I like how they handled the representation. I know that I caught like a little Easter egg in that episode. The scene where BB was like on the roof, like he kind of looked like he's flying an airplane and he's on that roof. That was actually a reference to The Boy Who Could Fly. It was based on a book. Well, it was a movie based on a book about like an autistic kid. Well, an autistic boy that somehow has the ability to fly. I mean, I like how they had that reference though. I mean, it was a perfect reference for that episode because getting affected deals with autism. Alright. Now, guys, that quote I kind of put in like the video, but like before I even got started talking about the whole thing, what that was pretty much a poem about like my experience with autism. Like I said, I'm diagnosed with it. I mean, I've had this diagnosis. I mean, I was diagnosed when I was like a very little kid, but it was pretty much a poem about my experience with autism. At times I thought it was a blessing, and at times it's a curse, but overall, nothing, autism is nothing bad though, it really isn't. And I like how Dr. Lord explained that needing support does not equate to lack of ability. That was a really good way to put it though. I'm just saying, like, overall, it's not. Jesus, I'm not good. I'm really not good at explaining this. I never really had to explain this before. But scientists, well, it's been debated like how autism even like happened exactly. Well, I mean, there is some genetic evidence about this, though. I'm probably like some of my family members probably do got it. I'm just not 100% sure though. Well, actually, my cousin would count too. Well, Jesus, it's crazy how I know this stuff for years about everything else, and yet I'm still dumb. Okay, back to the subject at hand. Okay, again, I like how like the story like gone with it though. Anyways, and the reference really good and really spot on though. Okay, Oscar's reaction to BB having autism, it kind of does simulate like how like some parents that probably never heard of autism ever before or never heard of it ever would probably react the same way Oscar did. Like the way you kind of like said, "Are you calling my boy stupid?" I mean, it's a natural reaction because you probably never. I'm just saying, it kind of depicts like parents like dealing with like autism for the first time or like learning that your kid was autistic in the first place. I mean, it really is a good depiction. I'm glad that they kind of like had Oscar kind of react that way. I'm just again, that was pretty good though. That was a good way of handling the whole autism thing. Hopefully, like in the beginning, hopefully, like, if the series does get continued for season 3 or season 4, keep going for a couple years or for another couple seasons. Hopefully, we get to see a little bit of more than just like BB being autistic, like being mentioned or even notice that he's autistic just one time. I mean, let us see like a little bit of the journey, like like a little bit of BB's journey, because keep in mind he's just a little kid, and like Dr. Lord said, it could fluctuate like how much support he needs as he gets older. I remember when I was a kid, and okay, crap. But I remember when I was a kid, when I had my diagnosis and stuff. I mean, I barely remember what happened, but all I remember was when I was a kid, I always like get sent to like other rooms, had some special ed teachers and stuff, and my tests were modified. Okay, maybe I'll do like a video where I kind of explain my experience with it a little more in depth, but that's pretty much that. Okay, remember when I told y'all about me having like special ed teachers and stuff? What was it like? You can if you watch the episode, there are schools that are pretty much specifically designed to pretty much educate kids with special needs, just like autism, ADHD, or ADD, or whatever kind of disorders too. That's pretty much that. Okay, and what? Yeah, and also school systems have a thing called IEP. What it stands for is Individualized Educational Plan. Pretty much, like I said, it kind of like helps students that are on the spectrum a little bit, like helping with their reading, their writing, and like pretty much social skills. People with autism, they kind of have a hard time socializing a little bit, but like having a hard time socializing or understanding social interaction. I remember one time when I was a kid, and this was funny. I did not understood like figure of speeches. I took like every little thing literal and serious at the time. Trust me, if you saw me back then when I was a kid, well, for the people that knew me when I was like a kid though, you already know that like I did not. I took everything that come out of people's mouth like literal. I didn't like understand like okay, I did understand wait, no I didn't, But point is, sometimes look, not everyone with autism experiences like the same thing exactly. Like Dr. Ward said, or like anyone with autism tell you, it's a spectrum. It's like a diverse number of experience. I I think I think I think the term was called neurotypical. I think. Wait, from the last time I checked. And I like how they kind of like asked. I'm glad that Dr. Lord kind of asked Penny like, how did she feel about this? Like being the oldest child, always constantly like, what was it? Her parents constantly dumping BB and CC on them. I mean, it's the responsibility of the oldest child to pretty much, well, from my perspective anyway, basically be the parent when the parents are not here. In order that what Oscar and Trudy are pretty much doing to Penny, they're pretty much constantly dumping BB and CC on them all the time, and that's not fair to Penny at all. Like DJ and them said, they're not their kids, and crap. I'm doing a horrible example explaining this. Jesus. I mean, I'm going exactly off script. Guys, this is not scripted. I'm like just talking, like just straight talking. I'm just improvising here. So, if you guys hear me stutter a little bit, okay, y'all did hear me stutter. So please forgive me if I stutter a little bit. Probably pause for a couple seconds or so. Please forgive me on that one. But, I'm glad that, again, I like how they depict that. I'm surprised that just saying, not BB, CC doesn't even have, like, autism either. Because they're twins. And given the fact that it's a genetic thing, couldn't it? I'm just saying, I mean, I'm just saying, it would be a fascinating idea to just reveal that Cece's autistic later on, too. I mean, that would be really cool, too. I'm just saying. To the people that are on the spectrum, just like me, that's probably watching this video right now, I want to tell y'all this. One, just because you're autistic doesn't mean that you're not capable of achieving great things one day or any time period or whatever. Crap. Point is, just because you're on the spectrum doesn't mean you're not capable of achieving great things one day or any day, whatever. Point is, everyone's capable of reaching like their goals and stuff in life. For me, I'm trying to be like one of the best digital artists ever known. And well, the greatest comic book artist ever known, digital artist ever. Keep in mind, I'm still young, I'm still in my 20s a little bit, but in order, I got a little bit to learn more about the world. But what I'm saying is, everyone's capable of achieving great things, and don't let your diagnosis, regardless if you're autistic or not, be the best version of you. And don't let nobody get in your way. Don't let nobody tell you otherwise. Overall, the episode was pretty good though. I mean, like, the remake does have like some good moments and bad moments, but this would count more of a good. Maybe we'll do my comparison on the original video. I'm just saying, the original Proud Family series versus the new generation of the Proud Family. I'll probably do my like criticism on that another time. But for right now, well, I probably need to like binge watch like the original series a little bit. It might take a couple months or so, but it will come. And I will probably do my own I'll probably do my own video talking about like how like my experience with like being on the spectrum. I'll probably make a video about that one day. I mean, assuming I got time, because this summer is going to be a busy summer for me, so I might not possibly be able to do it this year, but I might be able to do it next year. I don't know. Time will tell. Time will tell. Alright guys, that's pretty much my take on this. Like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram. Check me out DeviantArt. Everything is linked down below. Empty Boy, out.